Good morning, friends. Today we discuss about the basic concepts of stereochemistry. Okay, plain polarized light. When a monochromatic light is passed through a Nicol prism, the transmitted light vibrates only in one plane, that is perpendicular to its path of propagation. It's called as a plain polarized light. Okay, when the optical activity means what? A property of a compound which rotates the plane of plane polarized light is called the optical activity, and such a substance is called as a optically active substance. Here see the monochromatic light have different directions, and here in second place Nicol prism is there, and when that monochromatic light is passed through a Nicol prism, the transmitted light vibrates only in one plane. See the third diagram in plane polarized light. Okay, and when that plane polarized light is passed through the sample solution, at that time the perpendicular to its path of propagation, that is called as a plane polarized light. Okay, then ordinary light means what? The ordinary light is a transverse wave motion. Ordinary light consists of rays of different wavelengths vibrating in different planes perpendicular to its path of propagation. Okay, that is monochromatic light. A light of one color which consists single wavelength with vibrates taking place in all planes perpendicular to its path of propagation is called as a monochromatic light. Here filter is there. In the place of filter we also use the monochromator. Okay, then see here basic concepts. In basic concept there are two types of substance: dextro-rotatory substance and a levo-rotatory substance. Okay, dextro-rotatory and levo-rotatory. Here dextro means what and levo means what? Dextro substances, if the optically active compound rotates the plane of plane polarized light to the right hand side or right or in clockwise direction, it's called as a dextro-rotatory compounds, and it is denoted as the D or by plus sign. Okay, and when you consider the levo-rotatory substance, at that time it is shown as a negative. That means it is opposite to the dextro-rotatory substance. If the optically active compounds rotate the plane of plane polarized light to the left of anti-clockwise direction, is called as a levo substance or levo-rotatory compounds. It is denoted by the negative sign. Okay, then see the specific rotation. Specific rotation means what? It is the number of degrees of rotations caused by the solution of 1 gram of compound per ml of solution in tube of 10 centimeter long at specific temperature. Okay, this is the formula of specific rotation. Alpha lambda at a temperature which is equal to here theta lx c. C is the concentration. Okay, alpha is the specific rotation in a degrees, T is the temperature, lambda is the wavelength. Here observe rotation in degrees, then path length is also there, C is the concentration of solution. This is all about the specific rotation. Then enantiomerism discovery. The phenomenon of optical activity was discovered by the French physicist J.B. Biot in 1815. Okay, Louis Pasteur in 1860 studied the optical activity of sodium ammonium tartarate. Okay, there are two types of crystals, then separated physically, mirror images, then rotates the plane of plane polarized light in equal amounts but in opposite direction. Okay, mixture of equal proportion was found optically inactive, that means racemic mixture. Okay, what does the mean? When you mix the R and S, there is a formation of racemic mixture. Okay, then enantiomerism discovery. Wundt of Lebel in 1874 proposed independently but simultaneously that the four valencies of a carbon are directed towards the corner of regular tetrahedron with bond angle 109.5 degrees Celsius. Here see the tetrahedron is there, center carbon is there. Such compounds exist in two different arrangements which are non-superimposable mirror images of each other. These mirror images are called as a enantiomers. See here at the top W is there, at the right hand side X, then below Y, then left hand side Z. This is the mirror non-superimposable to the mirror image of each. So this is called as the enantiomerism. Okay, since they differ from one another only in the way the atoms oriented in a space, enantiomers belongs to the general class stereoisomers. Okay, then causes of optical activity. Went off and label 1874. Whenever any molecule is non-superimposable with its mirror image is optically active, and a molecule which is superimposable with its mirror image is optically inactive. Molecules that are not superimposable mirror images are chiral one. Okay. Then chirality is the necessary and sufficient condition for the existence of enantiomer. Okay, when you consider the enantiomer, at that time you require the chirality of the molecule. This is important one. Then asymmetric carbon atom, that is called as a chiral center. A carbon atom to which the 4 different atoms or groups are attached, that is called as a asymmetric carbon. Okay, when you consider the chiral center or asymmetric carbon, at that time the 4 different groups are present. That means all 4 groups are different. At that time that carbon is asymmetric or chiral one. Okay, see here the example. Here chiral carbon is there. Different atoms are different groups are attached. Hydrogen, carboxylic, then hydroxyl, methyl. These are the 4 groups are different. So that carbon is called as a chiral carbon. See here again different example of chiral center is there. All the 4 groups are different. Here COOH is there, OH, CH3, that is also chiral carbons are there. Here 2 carbons are chiral one. Okay, same here 2 chirals are chiral one. Then see the enantiomers, stereoisomers, which are non-superimposable mirror images of each other and rotates the plane of plane polarized light equally but in opposite direction, are called as a enantiomer. Okay, enantiomers means what? They are the stereoisomers which are non-superimposable mirror images. Then compounds containing the asymmetric carbon atom are capable of existing the isomeric form. The number of isomers are given by the formula A is equal to 2 raised to n. N means what? A is the number of isomer and N is the number of chiral centers. N means what? How many chiral centers are present in molecule, that is called as a N. And A is the number of isomers. Okay. Here see the chiral carbon is there. 4 different groups are attached to the carbon. That's why this is chiral one. And this is the non-superimposable. So it is enantiomers. Okay. Then properties of enantiomer. These are the 2-methyl-1-butanol. This is structure of 2-methyl-1-butanol. Here chiral carbons are present because 4 different groups are attached. This is non-superimposable mirror images. So this is enantiomer. Enantiomers have the identical physical properties except the direction of the rotation of the plane polarized light. Then physical property. This is compound 1 and compound 2. Here boiling point is 128.9 degrees Celsius. Compound 2. Here same. Okay, relative density is again same. Refractive index is again same. The specific rotation is plus 5.9. Here minus 5.9. Enantiomers have the identical chemical properties except towards the chiral or optical active reagents. These are the 2 enantiomers of 2-methyl-1-butanol. Then configuration. The arrangement of atoms that characterize a particular stereoisomer is called as a configuration. Okay, this is the 2 molecules. One is rotate anticlockwise, one is rotate clockwise. Okay, the arrangement of atoms that characterize a particular stereoisomer is called as a configuration. Then there are 2 types of configuration: relative configuration, D and L, dextro and levo rotatory, and absolute configuration means what? Specific of R and S, rectus and sinister configuration. These are the 2 types: relative configuration and absolute configuration. Then we see the relative configuration. Relative configuration means what? The configuration which are determined by the configuration of the molecule with that of arbitrary chosen reference molecule are known as relative configuration. This is old convention system for denoting the configuration D and L. D means what? Dextro, and L means LEO. Here the structure of dextro glyceraldehyde is there, CHO, hydroxyl, CH2OH, and hydrogen is attached. That carbon is chiral one because 4 different groups are attached to that carbon. So this is chiral carbon. Then this is the structure of L, glyceraldehyde. Here minus is there because here one is dextro and one is LEO. That means one is anti-clockwise, one is clockwise. So here the position of OH is changed. So this is L-glyceraldehyde. The D and L configuration nomenclature is applicable to the molecules where OH is replaced by halogen. Halogen, which halogen? Fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, then NH2, SH, and SO3OH. This is all about the glyceraldehyde, dextro and LEO situation. Okay. Then this is the ribose sugar, xylose sugar. Then CHO, OH are present on the right hand side in dextro ribose or D-ribose, but the middle hydroxyl group is changed. That means right hand hydroxyl group is changes to the left hand side. This is D-xylose. See the here. Then next one is the absolute configuration. Okay, absolute configuration means what? The description which give arrangement of 4 groups in a space attached to the chiral center is known as absolute configuration. Kahn, Ingold and Trelock, this is called as a priority rule, that is give the R and S configuration. R stands for rectus and S stands for sinister. R for rectus, S for sinister, and it gives the priority rule. R and S, that is called as a R and S system for a molecule having the chiral carbon having different groups W, X, Y, Z. Okay, this is the chiral molecule. 4 different groups are attached. Step 1, arrange the groups attached to the chiral center in order to sequence rule. That means W, X, Y, Z. Then suppose the sequence is W, X, Y, Z. Then step 2, view the molecule in such a way that the lowest priority group is going away from us. That means who is C, or going behind the plane, and remaining 3 groups comes to us above the plane. Okay, see here the eyes is there. The 4th priority, see here 4th priority group is, just 2 minutes. The 4th priority group is present below the plane. Here see the example. See the example here. Here I's is there, and see from this side the Z is the 4th priority group. This is below the plane, dotted line. Okay. This is clockwise configuration 1, 2, 3, 4. Then see here the anti-clockwise. The 4th priority group is below the plane. Then give the priority to the molecules. Then sequence rule. Atomic number. The atoms or the groups are arranged in order to decrease the atomic number of the atoms directly attached to the chiral center. Highest atomic number is assigned first priority and lowest atomic number is assigned 4th priority. This is simple one. Here atomic number is there. Here iodine, bromine, chlorine, sulfur, fluorine. Here atomic number is also given. Here iodine is the first atomic number, bromine is the second, Cl is the third, and hydrogen is the 4th atomic number. So lowest priority, then priority order is iodine having highest priority, then bromine, then Cl, and then hydrogen. Then atomic mass, if 2 atoms directly bounded to the chiral carbon are isotopes of the same element, then the atom with the highest mass number has highest priority. Then see hydrogen, deuterium, tritium. These are the isotopes of hydrogen. Then tritium having the highest atomic number, then deuterium, then hydrogen. Okay. Then next atom, if 2 identical atoms are attached to the chiral carbon, then priority is determined by comparing the atomic number of next set of atoms. Okay. Then here CH3. Chiral carbon, here CH2OH, here hydrogen, here CH2CH3. That means you have to see the priority is determined by comparing the atomic number of next set of atoms. Here CH2 is there, here again CH2 is there. Okay, then we have to see to that CH2 here OH is there, and here to CH2 having CH3 is there. Then see the atomic number of OH and CH3. Here OH having the highest atomic number, so the priority goes to CH2OH than that of CH2CH3. Then see the priority 1, 2, 3, 4. So priority order is CH2OH, CH2CH3, CH2CH3, and last is the hydrogen. Then group containing the multiple bond. If the group directly bonded to the chiral carbon contains the double or triple bond, it is considered to be equivalent to 2 or 3 single bonds with the same atom respectively. Here different atoms are there, different molecules are there. Here C, carbon double bond O, here OH, here C. That means the double bonded carbon having the highest priority. Okay, here pH, here benzene. So 3 carbons are there, so priority goes to this one. Here C triple bond C, here normal carbons, so priority goes to triple bond. These are all about the groups containing the multiple bond. That means the groups directly bonded to the chiral carbon containing the double or triple bond. So the priority goes to that one. Okay. This is all about the different examples. Then see, assign the RS configuration by using the Fisher projection formulae. Here Fisher projection formula is written in such a way that the groups of lowest priority is at the bottom. What the Fisher projection formula? That means the group having the lowest priority which are present at the bottom. Then second rule, if the lowest priority group is not at the bottom, it is rearranged by changing the position of group as below. Then if they interchange any two groups, once we get the enantiomer of the starting. If we interchange twice, we get the original enantiomer. What is the fourth step? In the first exchange, always bring the lowest priority group. Then groups at the bottom in the second exchange arrange being second priority on the top. If second priority group is already on the top, then exchange the position of first and third priority group. These are the rules for to assign the RS configuration. Here the example is Br hydrogen, iodine Cl. Give the priority. Iodine having highest priority, then bromine, then chlorine, then hydrogen having lowest priority. Here priority order is also there. Then first exchange. What we happen in the first exchange? The position, the fourth group goes at the bottom. What the first exchange? The fourth priority group goes to the bottom and the remaining position is same. So 3 is replaced by 4, 4 is replaced by 3. Then in second exchange, the C1 and third position is changed. So here C, then give the configuration. Here 1, 2, 3, 4, we get the R configuration. Okay, see here example, give the priority. First priority OCH3, then OH, then CH3 hydrogen. Then what is the first exchange? Here priority order is there. Give the first exchange. Fourth priority goes down. That means 1 is replaced by fourth. Then we get the arrangement. Then give the second exchange. Then give the 2 is replaced. Here 3 and 3 is replaced by 2. We get the configuration S configuration. Okay, then these are the different examples. Give the priority. Fluorine having for highest priority, then NO2, then C triple bond C, then cyanide. Okay, these are the different. So first give the priority by sequentially. Then fourth priority is C triple bond CH. Then give the priority, give the first exchange, fourth priority goes downside. So here fourth group at the bottom, then give the second exchange, we get the configuration clockwise, that is R configuration. Then these are the examples of different RS configuration. Today we stop here. Thank you.